Namo Amida Butsu. Anyone who has watched the movie Idiocracy can relate to the parallels going on in our society today. For those of you who don't know or haven't watched the movie, Idiocracy is the story of a society of complete idiots. It is a movie about a society that has generationally dumbed itself down to the point of being a society of morons. Now, we're not to that point yet, but in comparison to when I was a kid, it's amazing how rude and obnoxious people can be. And you hear about people in the news reacting, and thus the phrase being a Brad, going Karen on someone. And I've talked about situations in my own life when that has taken place. Today, I had something like that happen. I'm not going to even bother to recount it. I want to look at why I react the way I do. I want to look at why people act the way they do. Rather than recounting what I've been through, which I've done in a lot of my videos, I want to look at the source. The source is idiocracy, a spiritual idiocracy, what we in Jodo Shinshu Buddhism call being a bamboo, a spiritual idiot. And, you know, we have in our mind how society should work. I go to the customer service desk at a grocery store. I should expect to be treated with respect because, well, I'm a customer, right? That doesn't always happen. Sometimes the customer is treated like shit. You're walking down the street with your groceries after getting off the bus, and you expect to just be left alone. But somebody laughs at you because of the way you're dressed, or the fact that you got a man bun or whatever. And these are grown people. These are not children. I see why a lot of people erupt in rage a lot of the time. Because there's a frustration, there's a sense of helplessness. You want society to be orderly. But also, I've noticed with myself, I want not to react to the idiocy around me. And there are times when I find it impossible. I can't ignore the blatant stupidity that I encounter sometimes, the unspeakable rudeness of people that I deal with sometimes. Now, I will say this, 99%, and I've said it before, 99% of the people I have contact with fall in the category of either neutral or polite. And I think during the course of today, I've met probably two extreme, well, maybe three idiots, rude idiots. Actually, that's a very good number. That's a pretty good day. I've talked with my sensei, Josho Adrian Sirlia of Amida G Temple about this. How there are times, you know, how do I not react to people being obnoxiously rude or abusive in some way? How do I not react? And there are many channels on YouTube where people tell you you can reach this wonderful nirvanic state in this life. Just be immune, it'll be calm. Well, I haven't been able to meet that state. And even after receiving Shinjin and saying nabutsu, I have not reached the state where I can just let it go. Most of the times I can, and I'm getting better at it. But there are some days when someone is just so outrageously, unbelievably rude, I will confront them about it. And it'll stick in my head. Josho Sensei has a saying, in good times, say nembutsu. In bad times, say nembutsu. When you're filled with doubts, say nembutsu. When you're filled with fears, say nembutsu. And I can continue on that. When you feel far from Amida, say nembutsu. When you feel close to Amida, say nembutsu. When you feel spiritual, say nembutsu. When you feel unspiritual, angry, filled with hate, filled with violent thoughts, filled with resentments, say nembutsu. When you screw up, say nembutsu. Nembutsu is the name of Amida. It does not come from us. It comes from Amida. And there are times when I can shift my focus from whatever is bothering me to Amida and to his name. And there are times when I can't. I become obsessed. I still say the name of Amida, even though it seems like it's not doing any good. The thing is, the nabutsu is not a panacea. It's not a cure-all. It doesn't fix your unenlightened idiot mind. It doesn't fix you being you in this saha realm of suffering and desire, in this age of mappo, this dharma ending age we call mappo. But given this fact, another thing Josho also says is, don't expect to reach certain enlightened states of consciousness here in this life. Don't expect to become some kind of guru that is immune to the stupidity around you. Because you're part of that stupidity as long as you live here. We are at a time known as the Dharma ending age, when Shakyamuni Buddha's Buddha field has diminished since he has passed into paranirvana. And this helps me to understand why I sometimes react. I would love to let things go. I would love not to confront rude people. I would love to walk through life and say, well, that's their problem. It's not mine. Most of the time I can't. That's a big victory for me. That's moving forward for me. Most of the time I can't. But there are those moments. There are those moments when that Karen comes out of me, that Brad comes out in me, you know, I got to be that person. And in the back of my mind, I'm saying, you know, you should have come up here. You shouldn't make a big deal out of it. And so what do I do afterward? I let it go as best I can. I give it over to Amida. I entrust it to Amida, and I say his name. Does it fix me? Does it fix the situation? I don't know. I don't care. It's what I'm supposed to do. As an Orthodox Jodo Shinshu Buddhist, I'm supposed to entrust to Amida. I'm supposed to say his name. I'm supposed to have faith in Amida, knowing that in my next life I will be born a Buddha. In my next life, I will not be affected by the stupidity of whatever realm I enter, even if it's a hell realm. Even if it's a realm like one of the hells where it is impossible not to get caught up in the agony, the outrage, the chaos, the violence, the madness. In my next life, I will be a Buddha. I will not be affected. It won't matter at that time if I'm in a hell realm, a god realm, the realm of asuras, the realm of hungry ghosts, the animal realm. I will be able to reach people on whatever level they're at. I will be able to communicate with people. But living in this realm as a human being, dealing with other bamboos, there are times when I feel helpless because I cannot help people to understand basic facts. Because there's also times people feel the same way about me. I realize that. There are people who don't understand why I may be rude, why I may be act stupidly. There may be times I will say things that are insensitive or hurtful. Now, of course, I'm not aware of this. I'm not aware of hurting people because there's no intention in me to hurt anyone. But there's a phrase, the road to hell is paved with good intentions. My intentions can be as good as they can be, but I'm not enlightened yet. I'm not a Buddha yet. We all have Buddha nature, but we have it while we're still unenlightened in this unenlightened karmic realm known as samsara. And so what I do is I put one foot in front of the other as best I can. I just realized that life in this Saha realm scars you. This life is filled with everything you can imagine in the human scale. And I say nabutsu. I say nabutsu from the time I become conscious in the morning. I say nembutsu while I'm walking to and from the store, to and from the bus stop. When I'm riding my bike to and from work, I say nembutsu. Regardless of what I feel, what I'm going through, how I've screwed up, how someone else has hurt me, I say nembutsu. I live a life of faith. Faith is not being perfect. Faith is not reaching a level where you're no longer a screw up. Faith is not reaching a level where the stupidity and rudeness and obnoxious behavior of others does not affect you. Yes, I understand why people erupt in rage. I understand why there are times people overreact to ridiculous heights. I understand this. Thus the title of this video. But thanks be to Amida Buddha, if I react or don't react, it doesn't matter. He's here for me. So what I'm trying to say in this video is, regardless of what you're going through right now, regardless of what you're feeling right now, Amida is here. He may be obscured from your view by your own clouds of suffering and desire, through your muddled thoughts, your anger, your rage, your fear, your worry, your doubt, your confusion. He may be obscured from your view because you have a sense of hopelessness. You want to give up, but don't give up, because Amida is here for you. The sun doesn't stop shining because there are clouds blocking the view of the sun. Amida is that sun that shines. Amida is that sun that shines no matter what we're going. Amida is always here for us. Amida always has his hand extended to us. All we have to do is take that hand, to accept the hand of Amida and say, Namo Amida Butsu. I entrust myself to you, Amida. I say your name in faith, and I wish to be born in your pure land of ultimate bliss and peace. Namo Amida Butsu.